Good to see everyone here today. It's great to hear from the Lieutenant Governor. Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you. Thank you for your service and your leadership. So my name is Matt Meyer. I'm the Newcastle County Executive. When I graduated college, I grew up in Delaware, wanted to see something very different, and I had an opportunity to go and move to Nairobi, Kenya, in East Africa. And I moved to Nairobi, and I lived in an area of town, Eastlands, in Buruburu, and I worked every day in what they called a slum, called Mathare Valley, one of the largest slums in Africa. And every day I did what Brian Stevens called being uncomfortable, putting myself in a situation surrounded by people unlike me who didn't speak my language, completely different culture, and I did my best, and it was very challenging. And I found by the time I left after a year there, the main beneficiary of that year was not the people I was intending to help, but it was me. It was me. The lessons I had learned, the friendships I had built, and the tremendous camaraderie, the tremendous faith I had in basic humanity, in all of us, to solve any problem together. I now find myself leading the state's largest county, what we like to call the first county in the first state. Some of you may not know right now it happens to be the home of the first family, the president and the first lady of the United States. But the reality when I turn on the TV and I see the news, both in our community and around our country, is of a society so deeply divided. People saying and doing things to each other, Americans doing things to each other that I don't think they would do just 10 or 15, 20 years ago. People choosing to try to tear down our community rather than build it up. All of us you see on stage, whether elected or not, in some way, shape, or form, are public servants, doing our best to go out there and bring that community together, make us all whole. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work without you raising your hand to volunteer. And it's an extraordinary thing to say, I don't care what money I make. I'm here because community is more important than me. Because our country, our humanity is more important than anything else. And in the work I've done with Charity Crossing, that's what I've learned. That as the Lieutenant Governor said, if there's a problem, the people in this room are the ones, the first, to raise their hand and say, let's go solve it. If there's something unexpected, if there's a pandemic and people need to eat, Jay's call or Vinny's call is among the first we get, sometimes an email, sometimes a text, to say we have people, we're ready to go. And I just want you to know I represent nearly 600,000 Delawareans. Others on stage, the Lieutenant Governor represents 1 million Delawareans. And I cannot tell you, honestly, how humbling it is for me that so many of you raise your hand and run out to serve. It means the world to me. I know it means the world to the people on this stage. It means the world to my family. And without it, I do not know how our community and our country move forward. Thank you so much.